Kaptain, what's the word, man?
Man, nothing really too much of nothing, man.
All right, bro. So for the people that don't know too much about you, know where you coming from or nothing like that, speak on where you coming from with it, what you got going on right now.
And I'm coming all the way from Galveston, Texas, man. Working, trying to get to the top, man. That's it. Yeah, I'm from 1600 block, Galveston, Texas, man. Magnolia Homes. Man, it was rough out there, man. Man, seeing the drug addicts, man, seeing from drug addicts to like shootings, everything, man. Just saying, man, just seeing all type of shit. Just partners dying, man. Just hard times, man. Just tough, man. It's just growing up like a natural kid, man. Just thugging out there.
Yeah. So like when did the music come into play? Like when did you start getting into music?
Man, I had growing up, it was a dude around my neighborhood. He was a little local famous. His name was Jack the Ripper, man.
Yeah.
He was out there. So I watched him growing up, and I used to be like, man, I'm gonna rap like him when I get older. And then as I started aging, my pops, he coached football and stuff like that. And so it was this rap group from out of Galveston, man. They had blew up, like they called the TMI boys. I mean, no, TIB boys, the Island boys. I mean, I said this shit all wrong. The Island boys, my bad. And they had a song called Johnny Bravo. And man, them the boys had went, but my dad coached them. And one of the dudes that he coached, he always used to have me under his wing. And, because my pops looked out
By
for him.
coach, by coach, my fault. By coach, you mean like sports? Or you
Yeah,
saying it's
he
like
coached
a game?
football. Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay,
coached
wait, wait,
football.
wait,
Yeah, he was a football coach at the high school in Galveston, Bar High School in Galveston. So, the little young dude that he coached, he always put me on his wing because he seen that I wanted to make music like him. So he used to give me all the advice and tell me the pros and cons of the music shit. So, I utilized him to my advantage, and he's still around to this day. His name Big Blake, he's from Galveston too, he cool people.
All right, so when did you actually start getting into the studio? Like when did you actually start recording a song? Like what was your first song you recorded?
Man, I can't even tell you the name of it. It was a freestyle though.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to say I was 9, but I want to say I was pushing 10. And me and my best friend, we rapped together. So we had a headset on. We had a gaming headset with Audacity. Put that shit on our heads, man, and start going in. And we just laugh about it. We laugh about it to this day because we ain't expect that shit to sound the way it did.
Yeah.
So, we elevated our own shit. We used to put socks on microphones and shit like that for pop filters and shit like that. Like the shit was just horrible. It sounded horrible, but we eventually got to the platform that we needed to be and start building our own shit. You know what I'm saying? So everything fell in line and fell into place.
So man, what is like what was Galveston culture like? Because like was the Houston culture over like out there heavy, like like the
Most
slabs and
definitely.
shit like that?
Most
Like was that
definitely.
out there heavy or did y'all have y'all own like wave out there?
Most definitely. Man, Houston shit, but Galveston is way different. It's like with it being so small, you in the mix too much. So it's like you're gonna see everything a little bit of Houston, and you're gonna see a little bit of Galveston flavor with the Houston flavor.
Yeah.
So it's like you can tell like a whole bunch of shit come from Houston and a whole bunch of shit originated in Galveston. So it's like the slabs and shit that's down there, man. The slabs gonna be everywhere in Texas, you know that. But down there, you're gonna see predominantly slabs and foreigns and shit. The same shit that you see in Houston, you're gonna see down there.
So you still out there? You still staying out there currently?
Yeah, I'm still out there in Galveston, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Do you be out here a lot?
Yeah,
Music wise, do you feel like it's like different music wise out here? Like, do you feel like you gotta travel a lot out here just because of that?
yeah, most definitely, because there's really too many artists in Galveston, and the artists that do got a little buzz and a little flavor, they don't be trying to network and they don't try to work with people. They be trying to be, you know, it's popularity based out there in Galveston, man. If you ain't popping, if they don't feel like you popping, they ain't gonna fuck with you. And if and then you can be the coldest rapper out there, but if you ain't got the buzz, they ain't gonna fuck with you.
Who the biggest artists out there that's from out there right now?
Shit from Galveston, all right, we call it Galveston. Everybody call it G County. I'm gonna say G County. The biggest artist from G County is Peso Peso. We had Almighty J. We had Almighty J, but he fell off. But you got Peso Peso is the biggest artist from G County. Don't get me wrong, there's some people out there jamming though. There's some people out there jamming for sure. Like my boy FPE Cam, he hard, he hitting. Like one of my favorite G County artists.
Do y'all got any like blog or like influence out there that's putting on for like
Hell
the
nah.
artists out there and shit?
Hell no, that's what I'm saying. It's like people down there, they drag each other down there. Like they'll get on Facebook, Instagram, and I'll be like, man, if y'all this age, y'all need to stop making music. Y'all need to stop doing this, man. It ain't gonna hurt you to share a picture for 5 minutes or share
Yeah,
or share. It's free to share a picture. It's free to, you know what I'm saying, to like a post. It's free. You never know. Just because you don't like it, you don't know who else gonna like this nigga shit. You never know. And that's what be fucking me up with G County, man. It's like people don't be want to spread the wealth, bro. Like there's too much going on out there.
all right, man. So, what was the point to where you felt like, all right, the music is what I'm gonna just stick with? Like, it gotta work, it gotta happen.
Man, I went through some troubles this past year in April, man. I was shot 7 times. And like, I was like, man, I gotta get back to my music. Like my best friend had called me, he was like, hey bro, you don't need to be on no bullshit that you on, bro. We need to get back to the music and let's get to grinding, bro. He said this music is what we need to do, this is what we do best. So we need to make it out with this music. So I sat back and I was like, you know what? I'm finna do this shit full time, bro. I'm finna just start grinding with my music, bro. I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And so day by day, I've been studio, making hits, making hits, making hits. There's so much shit that I'm getting to. Like I didn't went to record at TSF Studios. I done did features with Peso. I done did features with other artists like Best Believe. He was one of Kevin Gates' artists. I done did features with multiple artists. And I'm trying to get my name out there. Hell, I was just at Rap A Lot Studios like a couple weeks ago. Just had a sit down with a guy that's affiliated with Rap A Lot trying to be my manager. You know, working I mean, he's going to be my manager. So it's like I'm trying to get myself on a higher level than being stuck in G County. You got to be past G County.
Do you ever think about people ever saying like you changed up on G County,
Nah,
or do you still incorporate like that culture and all and like repping your city in all your
always,
shit?
always. Hell, I just made a song about Mike Evans, man. I just, shout out to Big Mike, man. I just made a song about him, representing the city. So, I'm trying to, our city need to come together, man, because ain't no big artists from there. It ain't no big artists from there. I can only name two that's from G County. Like, I can't name no other artists that's on the
Not
mainstream
even like
platform.
on no legend, like no Texas legend level.
Like I say, Jack the Ripper, he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
songs with SPM and shit like that. That's the only other one I can think of. Nah, legend wise, nah. Like I got, it's a lot of artists. Like you got Rich Kid, he hard. You got Kilo Guape, he hard. You got FP Cam, you got me, you got
yeah.
Knuckles. Knuckles hard, he hard as hell. So you got a lot of artists, but it's just they can't come together. Man, I just slept on? My bad. Tap Teasy. That hoe on the radio. That hoe hard than bitch. He really the hardest out there. So it's like Tap Teasy and all of them. Like, but yeah, most people. But to answer your question, most people out there they beef. Everybody beef, bro. It's like
Yeah.
they got to get on one accord because it's too much money and it's too much talent out there. So this is everybody got to get together on that level, bro. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they got to make something happen. Cause I'm willing to collab with anybody. I ain't worried about beef. I ain't worried about none of that.
All right, man. So like, how was your recovery when it came to like getting shot and recovering from that? Like, what was that like? Did you go into a coma or anything, or what was that whole
Yeah, I was in
situation
a
like?
I was in a sedated coma for 4 days. Four
Yeah.
days. But before that, I never lost consciousness. I never like passed out. Never did none of that. I was wide awake the whole time. So like, like it's crazy because I felt everything. Like I'm the dude who shot me, man. I'm talking to him the whole time, man. I'm having a conversation. I'm telling him like, man, you a hoe. You ain't have to shoot me. Like you could have did this shit differently. We could have squashed this. We could have went around this a whole nother way. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just it took me about a good month and a half, like to fully recover.
And what were you hit if you don't mind me asking?
So I got hit in my hand, I got hit in my hip, my stomach, my arms.
Yeah,
So I was man, I was toe up, but it was all
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Everything shook back. I still got like what 3 bullets left inside of me.
Did that affect like the music, like how you was making music, or like how you was talking, or anything like that?
Yeah, it fucked with my breathing a whole lot when I first got back into the studio.
Yeah.
I didn't expect my breathing to be that way because he hit me in my stomach, and I guess one of them was like close to my lung or something like that. Because it fucked my breathing up a whole lot. So I had to work on that getting back to the music.
When did you feel like? When did you get to a point to where you felt like you were comfortable enough to like mention it or talk about it? Or did you rap about it yet in like any of
Yeah,
your songs?
yeah,
So
most
yeah,
definitely.
so when you got to that point to where you feel like that you was comfortable enough to do that?
I want to say about hell, that was like my third song coming out, like third song that I recorded. It was a song called "Long Days, Cold Nights," and it was like just a story, just told a story about what happened, man. You know, just a blessing to be here.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
All right, man. So what you got going on right now, music wise? Like what you pushing right now?
Man, we pushing this song right now. It's called "Nastiest," featuring my brother Drew Kane and my brother Just the Youngin. Man, that whole hard. Everybody need to go check that whole out for real. But we got an album we just dropped called Mud Brothers. Me and my brother Just the Youngin, and they got like 13 tracks on there. It's on Apple Music on all streaming platforms. So
You know, without giving up too much, what's your plan this year for 2025 music wise or just brand wise? Like what's your plan?
man, my goal, my all-time goal with this music stuff is just to get to the level to where I'm mainstream. Be one of the first mainstream artists from G County. You know, like I said, it's only been two. So I want to try to be that third one. You know, that third one. Say the third one's the charm. So I'm trying to be that third one and get up out of there.
Like you said, bro, it's a lot of rap. Like you said, it's a lot of rappers out there. So like, what you feel like you bringing different to the music, like to the music scene and to the Texas music scene in general? Like, what you feel like you bringing different?
I feel like everybody get on the track and sound the same. I feel like I feel like it ain't no versatility no more. Like it ain't nothing different. Everybody sounding exactly the same. So it's like it needs to be something that's pushed different. Like with me, when I hear a beat, I hear certain shit. So it's like my mind can finesse a song like 30 different ways than rather than me saying it this way. And I can hear it the way they hearing it, but they basic. It's like everybody get on there and try to sound like Young Boy. They try to sound like Sauce or everybody have the same flows. Y'all gotta get your own stuff. It's already a Young Boy. It's already a Sauce Walker. We need to start bringing ourselves.
What you feel like made that so bad? Because I feel like even back then, of course, we had rappers still that wanted to be like Tupac, wanted to be
Yeah,
like Jay Z, wanted to be like Jeezy. Like it was a lot of rappers that wanted to be like these type of rappers, but it do seem like it's a lot more rappers that's just stuck on one person and one sound.
exactly. And it's crazy because like you can want to sound like somebody else, but put your own flavor in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Put your
for
own
real.
sauce in it. Don't put your own. Don't just take their whole style and say, "Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna sound like him today." Nah, man, go to the studio and say, "Hey, well, let me switch it up. If he sound like this, I'm gonna do a little different like this, and maybe this can go." But I don't think people think like that. I don't think people think enough to or put enough time into it to say, "All right, this is what we gonna do," or you know what I'm saying? Or they probably just got finished listening to
Yeah.
Sauce. Say they was just listening to Sauce in the studio on their way to the studio, and they be like, "Well, damn, I'm sounding like Sauce right now because you was just listening to him. You listen to him too much, but you got to also know how to incorporate your own style into that."
All right, so I remember you said something about people saying like once you get to a certain age you just stop making music. So how you feel about them type of comments, and then how you go about blocking them out and just ignoring all the negative shit.
Man, 2 Chainz ain't popped till he was in his 30s. You know what I'm saying? His late 30s.
Yeah.
So, you can't tell people what they want to do. A person, that could probably be a person scapegoat, somebody can probably be making music for themselves. They ain't probably making music for the world. They probably just go in the studio just to go, just to burn time, just to burn off steam. Like, so you can't put an age limit on music. It's something if it's just a hobby, you can't put an age limit on it. You never know what a person going through. You never know what a person thinking. So if that's their way to go in and get that off their mind, let them do that.
You ever had days where you start to feel like, man, this shit ain't gonna work?
Oh, most definitely. Especially when I first started.
Yeah.
Like, man, I didn't have so many opportunities. Like, and it's cause like at first, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be scared of success. I used to be scared of like taking off because
What you mean? Like what you mean by that?
like I ain't want to be that big. I thought it was too above me to be that big. I was stuck in G County. Like my mindset was stuck in G County.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it wasn't thinking past goals. Like I'm just trying to be G County famous, and I can't do that. You gotta actually elevate to get to where you want to be. And so like it just hit me one day and was like, you gotta get past this shit. So I done been stuck down there. I done been like, nah, I ain't gonna make it. This shit worthless. Let me stop doing this shit. It's been days, multiple days I done did that.
Did you have people around you that kind of like gave you like kept you motivated or anything like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. My mentor Bobby Wilson. Yeah, he cool people, man. He used to always be on my ass. My cameraman, Piccolo. They used to be on my ass, man. Like I get to them and be like, man, I don't even want to make music no more. They be like, wow, y'all niggas got it, because me and my best friend in the group, but they'll tell us be like, man, y'all got it, man, y'all boys got it. Y'all sleeping on, man. Don't ever give up. Y'all got it. And I used to be like, man, this shit ass. Like, I tell myself, be like, man, this shit ass. We playing around. We go in the studio and just make a song. We ain't even doing shit for real. But, it was fun. It was a hobby. And, and like they always tell me, man, don't do nothing you good at for free. Get paid for it. Make a way for it. And so like, I got this song, like one of my first songs when I was first just making music, like seriously making music. I had made a song called FaceTime. And it got to the point where the song was like catchy as fuck. And I had put the song on like on all streaming platforms and stuff like that. And I got a I got a email from Apple. And Apple was like, hey, can we talk business about the song? Like, you guys can get compensated for the song. Y'all can do this and do that. But with this song being called FaceTime, you guys can't put it out because if you do, it got to be non-profit. So I had to put the song out for non-profit. We shot a live video. Video was kind of like some Chris Brown shit, but it was on some shit like to where it was catchy and it could have been a ringtone or used for commercial purposes for Apple. And Apple wanted it, but I ain't know nothing about the business. I ain't know nothing about people getting people to like talk to them and negotiate shit with them and all that. I didn't know nothing about that. So I just left that alone. That was just something that was in
So
history.
how did that go? Like, did you just ignore the message, or did you not just respond the correct way?
I ignored it because I didn't even know what to tell
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Because I ain't never been in that situation. At that time, I was like, I was about like 21. And I was just like seriously getting into the music. And I was like, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Fuck that. And I showed my mentor and all of that. It was like, man, you need to see what that's about. And I'm just like, nah, I ain't worried about that, man. Just, it's something lost. And then like, Slitterbone, we got the water park down there in Galveston. Like, so at the water park, like I said, it's song like a Chris Brown type shit. So we down there at the water park. The water park, the dude over like advertising for the water park, he's like, hey bro, he said, I seen y'all video. His name was Travis. I'll never forget him. He said, hey bro, you think you wanna y'all can make a song like that for Slitterbone and I can pitch it to the upper hands and see if they compensate y'all. So I'm like, man, this dude just talking. Cause like I said, at this time I'm thinking, man, this shit just a hobby. This shit ain't.
Yeah, yeah.
So one day he brought the upper hands to us, and we sitting down with upper management. They said, "Hey, how fast can you guys make a song, and how would y'all want to be compensated?" Shit, another opportunity gone because, like I said, I ain't know shit about being compensated for this shit. I ain't know nothing. It was just like opportunity wasted.
So it's nobody like around that you got. Did you say like when did your mentor come around?
My mentor came around when I was like 16, but he was instilled in the learning curve too.
Yeah.
He was still in the learning curve too. So we was learning together as time. He knew a lot, but he was in the learning curve of showing us like how to get our shit together. And as he teaching us, he learning the same process. So we all was learning. But now he on some shit like he giving us advice like out the ass now. Like he telling us all type of shit now.
So man, do you ever like think back to like them type of situations that you turned down?
Almost definitely. Because at this point, I'm like, I was that good for them to reach out. I was that good for other people to see that. So I know I'm better than what I think I am.
Do you ever feel like those missed opportunities, or you just feel like
Oh,
that
most
was just
definitely, most definitely feel like those missed opportunities, man. Because that shit could have changed my life.
yeah.
Apple, they just they
Yeah.
paid for the beats. I don't know how much they gave Drake for the beats, but you know,
So man, there's a lot going on in the music industry right now, but we're gonna start with Houston. Like, what you think about the Houston music scene and Texas music scene in general?
man, that original Houston flow need to come back, man. That South flow there. Like I was just listening to the Players Anthem with UGK and Outkast, bro, and Pimp C and Bun B was spitting on that. And then like I just heard this swing down with Power Wall and Zero. They spitting on that. That's the original Houston shit. Like we need to go back to the original days. All this yelling and shit on the mic, bro. That ain't Houston, bro. That's we Houston slow, mellow, all that. Need to get back to that flow. Like it's we got to go with the times, elevate with the times, but that's that real shit. Like that's that real Houston shit. Like music like that. That's the Houston music I love.
So how you been saying the stuff about this Houston drill topic that's been going on?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't even into all that. Like that's water. That's I ain't gonna say it's watered down, but everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Why not do something different? Like Travis Scott. What's the old dude name that was with Travis Scott? Don Toliver. Them boys, they got different flows. Like they shit different. Not everybody need to be sitting there trying to focus on sounding the same. Do some other shit. Do something that's gonna set you different, set you apart from other niggas.
Do you think it'll take somebody to blow up off of that sound out there?
Most definitely is what it is. Like doing the freestyles, like sitting around doing the ciphers, freestyles, and everything like they used to do. Like I was just sitting back listening to the June 27th freestyle with Pokey and Flip.
Yeah.
Like that shit, that's that Houston shit. That's the shit I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like that Kappa shit, like them days. That's the shit I grew up on. Kappa used to be so lit, man. You couldn't get nowhere. Man, highway so packed, coming in and out of Galveston, you couldn't go nowhere, bro. Like that shit was so live. It's like you seeing all these cars coming through your city. Like it's like, damn, you got slabs here, you got celebrities here, you got all that. Like I'll never forget. I was about 6 years old, and I was at Walgreens, and I see this big ass truck and trailer come up, and it got Slim Thug face on it. So I'm in the back. I'm like in the Walgreens with my step pops. My step pops like, hey, look, that's Slim Thug. I said, man, I said, oh, that is Slim Thug. So I ain't think they'll get his autograph from that night because I ain't finna buy no pen and paper out the damn store. So I'm like, and I'm 6, so I'm like, man, I ain't worried about that. So the man was buying disposable cameras, and as he was buying the disposable cameras at the time, the lady following him around the store, and she go to the register. She like, oh, you guys make sure you pay for that. Slim Thug hit her with, man, you don't see all this ice I got on my neck. You don't see all these cars outside, man. What I look like stealing? I say, bro, this shit crazy. So it's like moments like that. Like I'm seeing him right in my face saying this to this lady. So you got to see. I got to see Kiki when I was little. I got to see a whole bunch of like rappers as a kid. Being in the Kappa. So different experiences.
Who was the one that who got Kappa started up out there?
Man, I really don't know the history behind Kappa. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never really just looked into the history behind Kappa, but I wish that shit get started again, though. This shit, for now, especially because it can be like South by Southwest. It can be like when people showcase their music.
Yeah.
It can be like how Austin is South by Southwest. Kappa can be like that. The whole weekend can be with just how people come down there and showcase their music, have fun, do beach party shit. They haven't did it in about I want to say about 4 years.
Yeah. So what you think will bring it back, or do you think it just stopped due to just how shit would start going violence wise or whatever?
I mean, the violence gonna be in Galveston regardless. Violence is gonna be there, but sometimes you gotta put that shit to the side. And I think what's gonna bring it back, I think it's gonna take one person. It's gonna take a person, like I say, Galveston's popularity based. It's gonna take that one person that's buzzing or something like that to say, hey, look, man, let's bring back Kappa, bro. Let's do this. Let's do it this way, and get that shit jumping again.
You think if Peso said something like that, it'll work?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he, the county fuck with him, that. The county fuck with him, so. And then you got this people from the city gonna come down there and fuck with it too because he be in the city. So that should have ring. If he was to say, hey man, let's start Kappa, he gonna bring the whole city down there with him. And you got people like Sauce behind him, TSF gonna be down there. And people gonna be interested in that shit. And like I said, you can utilize that as a showcasing for artists. Like it ain't shit to get a studio, get a speakers and shit on the sand and have a stage on that bitch and have artists come showcase themselves. It ain't shit to do that.
All right, man. So where you see this going? Like where you see this set in the next 5 years? Like, where you see this set in the next 5 years? Do you feel like you're gonna still be messing with the music? Do you feel like you're gonna be messing with the music and exploring other things you've been wanting to get into?
If if this year go the way I have it planned, yeah, most definitely I see myself doing music for 5 years, probably more than that. Sure, for sure.
So is there anything like you want to get into outside of music at some point?
Oh, most definitely, man. I'm a man. I got an uncle, man. My uncle, I looked up to my uncle. It's like the only person like I ever really just looked up to. This man, like slab god, and he slab. This man had slabs, hella slabs. He had everything, and he get mad at me because I don't listen to him. Like nigga tell me all the time, be like nigga, I see you better than you can see you. You don't understand that, but I see you better than you see you, and I understand it, but he don't think I understand it. The nigga called me a smart dummy because I'm so smart. I make dumb decisions though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know better. And it's like to the point where I can customize shoes, I tattoo, I build computers, I can wire your whole car with music. It ain't nothing I can't do. I can fix cars, it ain't shit I can't do. I'm very crafty with my hands. Like my hands are like the most gifted thing on my body. And my brain too. But I know if music don't work out, I know for sure those those are my gateways.
So how you got into how you got into stuff like that?
Shit, as a kid, I don't know if you remember how fast the PSPs used to break.
Yeah.
The screens on the hoes used to shatter like within 2 minutes of having it. So like I used to always take my shit apart and try to fix the screen. I used to order the screens and try to fix the hoes, and I could never do it. So it was like my necessity and goal in life to learn how to fix a PSP screen correctly. So I did that, and that's how I learned how to fix like shit like that. And then I was like, my uncle, like I said, I looked up to my uncle. I see him hooking up music and doing like shit. Hey, uncle, how you do that? Hey, uncle, show me how to put this radio in. Show me how to do that. Then I went to school for IT. Like I was like on my last semester in school to get my certification for IT. I said, fuck that shit, because my professor had ended up quitting. So I said, man, fuck it. This nigga ain't gonna teach me the way he was teaching me. So fuck that. So I left it alone. And it was just like shit like that helped me doing it. Like I always was an artist. Like Walmart, when I was a little kid, Walmart had an airbrushing booth. Like my mom and them, they'll be grocery shopping, they looking for me around the store. I'm standing in this airbrushing shop watching these people airbrush.
Yeah.
So when Hurricane Ike came, we had moved with my auntie, and then like I had to start drawing every day just to like pull my time away from I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to. It was too many people in the house. Like it was a lot of shit going on. I think it was like up to 27 people staying in one 3-bedroom house. So it was like it was getting annoying. So I used to go sit at the table or sit outside on the porch and draw. And I started getting to the point where I got cold. And then somebody was like, "Hey, bro, you should tattoo." I'm like, "All right, bet. I'm a tattoo." So I bought the tattoo gun, take my first tattoo on myself, and then after that, been tattooing since I was like 17.
When you feel like you got cold, like towards like you can charge for tattoos, like when you feel like you got cold.
I ain't gonna lie, I was ass when I first started, but when I got to like I'm gonna say about 2022, I was messing with this girl, and her brother was like, "Man, I need a tattoo artist, bro, man." He said, "Bro, why you want to draw?" He said, "Why you want to do tattoos?" He said, "You know how to draw? I know you know how to draw." I said, "Nigga, I know how to do tattoos, but I just ain't finna do that shit. I don't want to fuck nobody up." He said, "Bro, what you need?" I said, "What you mean? What I need?" He said, "What you need, bro? I'm finna order this shit for you. I'm finna send you the money on Cash App." So I ordered. So I ordered all the shit, ordered a whole tattoo set. Man, this nigga sat in the garage for days tattooing. Like this nigga like, "Hey, bro, you cold." So ever since then I started practicing. I had used my whole leg and used him as a test dummy. And then I got cold. And after that, I just started taxing people for tattoos.
So bro, let you test all your just get good on him type shit. Like work on your skills like with him.
Yeah. He basically invested into me. He was younger than me too. He was like, "Bro, I need a tattoo." I said, "Man, if you buy the shit, I'll do it for you." I said, "Cause I don't want to I don't want to buy the shit to fuck you up, but just like
All right, so when like how do you try to like balance? Like you said, you can do that in anything.
Sure.
So like, how do you how do you balance like your mindset as far as like keeping the music good and keeping the music going and keeping everything separated?
And that's really the craziest part. That's really the hardest part. I'm telling you, like music don't always be there. I'm always focused on my music, but it's just like I get times where people will call me and be like, "Hey man, my car won't start. Tell me how to fix this."
Yeah.
And I can tell them, be like, "Oh, I think this the problem. Or I think that's the problem." They go get a scene, they be like, "Oh, you was right." Or I get times where people be like, "Hey bro, you can hook up my radio." And I gotta stop what I'm doing to go hook up that radio and all that. But it's all money is all forms of money. Like I can make money off all this shit. So it's like I don't be tripping because I can go make money off a tattoo. A tattoo, I can go get do a 2 hour tattoo session and make about $300, and then back door and do another one. And I can also go install a radio or a speaker system and make another $300. Like I can make that, and that's why I say like if I don't make it in rap, and if I do, I can always invest in one of those gateways.
Every new artist coming up gotta tap in, bust down. You gonna get out there quick.